Any second now. Yeah, it's story time. And this is a very special story time, as we discussed, because we are going to be reading a story that's been written for us, specifically for story time, by Capellasor. It's called Pathogen, or A Record of the Misadventure that so unfortunately occurred aboard the Liminal Pioneer on its maiden voyage. Now, we've done some stuff, and what we've done will become immediately apparent. What we haven't done is factored in any kind of costume change. There's not going to be a costume change, but there is going to be other stuff. So, are we all settled in? Then I'll begin. Transcribe. Sirs, a calamity has befallen us. Our hull was insufficiently shielded. We were struck by a micrometeorite mere minutes after passing Lagrange 2 on the 10th day of our voyage. Fortunately, the steam condenser drive and associated pneumatics have remained intact. However, the piercing of Lieutenant Hearn's pressure suit, and of great concern his left gastrocnemius muscle by the aforementioned meteorite, has provided us with a sizable challenge. As per our rigorous quarantine procedures, we are presently individually confined to the aft cabin, its 2 side modules, with Kavinsky in the port, and myself in the starboard, and Hearn in the central space. The rest of the 2-week quarantine period. I keep watch upon Hearn through the window in the sealed hatch, while I dictate to this to the automatic typewriter, as I've watched him many times before, in deep focus over the microscopy equipment. He is occupying himself with examining a shard of the meteorite that he removed from his person following the puncture. Every so often he sits up, adjusts his spectacles with that characteristic movement of his, then returns to his work. I've never met a man with such dedicated focus on his interests, and this certainly is of interest to him. I have no doubt that his report will find its way to you back on Earth presently, along with this correspondence, and, as always, I remain your humble servant, Lucius Wyvern, captain of the good ship Liminar Pioneer. Sirs, I must admit to having mixed feelings about making this report. I fear Hearn may be suffering psychological effects from isolation. As I have been watching him, I freely admit I have been doing so little more than is strictly required by the protocol. His behavior has become erratic and at times unsettling. Indeed, I fear he may have felt my eyes upon him now as he has returned my gaze, and... My God, was that a snarl that flashed upon his face? Perhaps my attention has been overbearing. I shall attempt to restrain myself forthwith. With hope of better news soon, I remain, once more, faithfully yours, Captain Wyvern. Sirs, Hearn now meets my gaze the moment I look out my viewport at him. A situation I once would have welcomed, but now find my feelings on the matter profoundly uncomfortable. The change in his behavior is beyond doubt now. Gone is the man I so fondly admired, perhaps to my detriment, replaced by a creature possessing the same body, but a different mind, the mind of a feral beast. He paces, he snorts, he has not slept, eaten, or taken even a sip of water from the tank, yet he shows no sign of dehydration. I feel a deep grieving. I should not have come on this mission, sir. I had too much invested. Wyvern. He continues to stare at me as I stare back. What's going on behind those dilated eyes? Kavinsky says he's worried for me. He says whenever he's checked in on me that I've been obsessing over her, and I've told him in no uncertain terms that my feelings for her are none of his business. I shall not be pursuing such discussions. Of course, his feelings for me are on public record. I have instead instructed him to focus on repairing our communication machinery, which seems to have been rendered non-functional by the same micrometeorite as that which injured Hearn. He protests that we must abandon ship while we still have the ability to reach home. Wyvern. He's still there. Every morning when I wake up, I can't stop myself looking. And then there's Kavinsky. He's failed to repair our communications. I'm furious about it, livid. He says I need more sleep. He's started turning off the ship's telephony to render silent my continuing feedback. Yet he tells me he's my friend. Hearn now growls only at Kavinsky. Kavinsky's put a cover over the window on his door hatch. He doesn't answer my calls. I scream and shout, bang on the hull. Kavinsky has found or created tools to cut through the internal walls of Pioneer towards the life rafts. The sound reverberates through the whole ship, drowning out my howls. I won't let him leave. There's no other explanation for it. The sleepless nights, the irritability at my friend, my eyes when I gaze at my reflection. I'm infected. But how? We were so careful with protocol. I've not touched him. I can never touch him. I just looked at him and looked at him and studied him just as he studied the meteorite shard, and Kavinsky has blocked his view of me and turned away and left me, and could it be? Not airborne? Not in the blood or gases or fluids, but in the viewing somehow? Or did I do this to myself? Did my... I wanted him, certainly. When did it turn into a disease? I can't leave him. I can't leave him. I can't leave him. I need him. I don't want to leave. I don't want to move away from this ship and the comfort, and yet there's nothing left. The disease, it eats at me constantly. My mind, the emptiness, the obsession. I can't anymore. I can't go with Kavinsky. Kavinsky has moved on. Kavinsky has left. Kavinsky, why did you not get this disease and I did? What did I do? Why does it eat at me and eat at me? And I can't stop it. I can't stop thinking of it. And of him. And of how I need to stay here. And it won't ever go away, will it? There's no cure. There's no cure but to leave. And I can't leave like Kavinsky has. Kavinsky? Are you there? Kavinsky? And there we have it. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's get back to the guest house.